What if I told you that one of the best tools for keeping your car clean and safe is not in the auto parts store, but in your kitchen pantry? It sounds crazy, I know, but today we are going to explore how this humble potato can solve three of the most annoying and dangerous problems every car owner faces. We are not just talking about minor annoyances, we are talking about serious safety issues that every single one of us deals with, and we are going to tackle them using one of these. Now, in a world of high-tech ceramic coatings and expensive detailing products, suggesting a potato seems a little ridiculous, but sometimes the old ways persist for a reason. They work. These are solutions that have been passed down for generations, long before specialized chemicals were available. So today, we are putting them to the test. We will explore three of the most popular potato-based car cleaning hacks. I will show you the science behind why each method works, breaking it down so it makes sense. I will give you a detailed, step-by-step guide you can follow at home, pointing out common mistakes to avoid. And most importantly, we will see the real-world results together, right here, right now. You might be skeptical, and you should be. I was too. But stick with me, because what you are about to see could completely change the way you think about car care, and maybe save you some serious money in the process. Let's get started. First up, a problem that plagues all of us, especially in the morning or during damp, humid weather: foggy interior windows. You get in your car, you are ready to go. You turn the key, and your windshield is completely opaque. You cannot see a thing. It is frustrating, and it forces you to wait for your defroster to kick in, which can feel like an eternity when you are in a hurry. But this is more than just an inconvenience. It is a critical safety issue. According to the Federal Highway Administration, over 38,000 vehicle crashes occur in foggy conditions every single year in the United States, leading to over 600 deaths and more than 16,000 injuries. While that data includes external fog, the principle is identical. If you cannot see, you cannot react. Pulling out of your driveway with a partially fogged window is a gamble you do not want to take. Now, I know what you are thinking. You are really going to rub a potato on your window to solve this? And yes, that is exactly what we are going to do. The magic here is in the potato's starch. Different potatoes have different starch levels. A russet, for example, is very starchy, which makes it great for this. When you apply a thin layer of this starch to glass, it creates a microscopic, transparent film that is hydrophilic. That means it loves water. Condensation forms when warm, moist air inside your car hits the cold glass. Normally, that moisture forms millions of tiny individual droplets that scatter light and create that opaque, foggy appearance. The starch film prevents those droplets from forming. Instead, it forces the water to spread out into a uniform, non-light scattering sheet that you can see right through. It is an invisible barrier that works on a molecular level. But talk is cheap. Let us prove it with a simple, dramatic demonstration. I have a small bathroom mirror here. I am going to treat one half with the potato and leave the other half completely untouched so we can see the difference side by side. Look at that. The difference is not subtle. It is immediate and absolute. That is the power of that starch film. Now, let us apply this exact same principle to the car. Here is the complete step-by-step guide, with a few pro tips. Step-by-step instructions for cleaning, applying potato, letting dry, and buffing. First, and this is the most crucial step, you have to start with a perfectly clean, dry window. If there is any dust, oil from your fingers, or residue from other cleaners, the starch film will not bond correctly, so give it a really good clean. Use a second dry microfiber to ensure it is streak-free. Next, take your cut potato and just rub it across the entire surface of the glass. Use overlapping strokes, either vertically or horizontally, to make sure you do not miss a spot. A common mistake is not getting enough coverage, especially in the corners. As it dries, you will see a light haze form. That is the starch film bonding to the glass. That is exactly what you want to see. Let it sit and dry completely for about 5 to 10 minutes. Do not rush this part. Finally, take a new, clean, and most importantly, dry microfiber cloth and buff that haze away. Use firm, circular motions. It might take a little effort, but you want to buff until the glass is crystal clear and feels slick to the touch. If you see any streaks, You just need to buff a little more. And there you have it. This window will now resist fogging up for weeks, sometimes even a month or two, depending on your climate. It is a fantastic, free alternative to commercial anti-fog sprays, and you can do it anytime. Now let us take this same potato and head to the outside of the car. Next up, we're tackling visibility from the outside. Rain. Poor visibility in a downpour is something every driver dreads. When water sheets across your windshield instead of clearing away, it can reduce your vision to almost zero, and your wipers can struggle to keep up. This is especially dangerous at highway speeds, when you have only seconds to react. Many of us buy expensive hydrophobic products to make the water bead up and fly away, but a potato can do a surprisingly similar job for pennies. The science here is identical to our anti-fog trick, but the effect is the opposite. On the outside, that same layer of potato starch creates a super slick, low-friction surface. Water has less surface tension on the starchy film than it does on plain glass. So, instead of clinging and spreading out into a sheet, the water droplets maintain their shape, beading up into tight, round spheres. The wind generated by driving then easily pushes these beads right off the windshield. It's like giving your windshield a non-stick coating. To prove this works, we've taped off the windshield. We'll treat the driver's side with our potato and leave the passenger side as our control. As always, a perfectly clean surface is the key to getting a good result. Any wax, oil, or road grime will prevent this from working. Really make sure you get an even coat. Any spots you miss will be obvious when it rains. Give it a good 10 minutes to fully dry, especially if it's humid outside. Buff it until you can't see any residue at all. It should be perfectly clear. All right. The driver's side is treated and buffed. The passenger side is just clean glass. Now, for the moment of truth. Let's make it rain. Full narration on rain, science, and tape setup for testing. Step-by-step instructions for applying potato on windshield, drying, buffing. The results are undeniable. This side is beading and clearing perfectly, while this side is a mess. This is a fantastic trick to use in a pinch, or if you just want to save some money. Now, it is important to manage expectations. This natural treatment will not last as long as a dedicated chemical product like Rain-X, especially with heavy wiper use, which will gradually wear down the starch layer. You might get a few weeks out of it, but for a free hack that takes 5 minutes, the performance is absolutely incredible. It is perfect for a road trip, or if you are expecting a few days of bad weather. For our final hack, we are tackling a problem that affects almost every modern car over 5 years old. Foggy, yellowed, oxidized headlights. This is not just a cosmetic issue that makes your car look old. It is a major safety hazard. The National Safety Council reports that 50% of all traffic fatalities happen at night. Even though we only do about 1/4 of our driving then, a huge factor is visibility. Modern headlights are made of polycarbonate plastic, which has a ultraviolet protective coating from the factory. Over time, sun exposure, road debris, and harsh chemicals wear that coating away, and the plastic itself begins to oxidize. This oxidation is what causes the yellow, foggy appearance. An oxidized headlight can reduce light output by as much as 70%. Severely limiting your ability to see the road, and for other drivers to see you. Headlight restoration kits can be expensive, and professional services even more so. But for mild to moderate oxidation, a potato can give you a surprising boost in clarity. This time, we are relying on 2 properties of the potato. First, its natural oxalic acid, a mild acid that is great at breaking down the yellowed, oxidized layer. You find the same acid in many commercial cleaning products. Second, to give it more polishing power, we are going to combine it with a common household item, baking soda, which will act as a very gentle abrasive to physically scrub the oxidation away. Wow, okay, that is a definite, significant improvement. It is much clearer, and the yellowing is almost completely gone. Now, this is not going to restore a headlight that is peeling or deeply damaged. For that, you will need to sand it down. But for getting rid of that common, hazy oxidation, it is incredibly effective. One final crucial tip. After doing this, the plastic is unprotected. You have removed the last of the failing factory ultraviolet coat. You must apply a new ultraviolet sealant spray to prevent it from oxidizing again, which will happen very quickly if you do not. But the hard part, the polishing, is done. So there you have it. 3 common, dangerous car problems, all solved with one simple potato. We made our windows fog-proof for safer morning drives. We turned our windshield into a rain-repelling surface for better visibility in storms. And we restored a dangerous, hazy headlight to improve our safety at night. While these might not be permanent, professional-grade solutions, they are fantastic, effective, and practically free tricks that anyone can do in their own driveway. They prove that sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones, and you don't always need expensive products to make your car safer and look better. It's about being resourceful and understanding the science behind the problem. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried any of these, or if you have any other surprising car cleaning hacks you swear by. I read all the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful and learned something new, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more practical car tips and tricks. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.